in Philadelphia just after midnight. I'm here with probably the guy who's the most talked about man in boxing right now. Probably not for the reasons he wanted to be known. I got Michael Fox and his promoter, Marshall Kaufman. Michael, I usually say to guests that are coming on, how are you doing? But I think we can answer that question.
Yeah. For you know how I go. I'm pretty still upset, man. Sad. I'm not sad no more, but I'm just upset.
Um, we'll start with you, Michael, first. When you heard, well, first of all, you heard unanimous decision. I think the whole world knew it was you that should have got their hand raised tonight.
Yeah, when they said unanimous, I thought, man, we good. Like it's no way they couldn't have seen me win this fight. And then they read off the scores. Some of the scores sounded kind of close, but then the 117 score, I was like, okay, that's got to be me. And then they said, and still undefeated, and it just felt like a train hit me.
Marshall froze for a second. There you are, Marshall. Sitting on the outside, what'd you think?
Well, I mean, it was clearly a robbery. I mean, it felt as though there was a fix in, and I still can't believe it, how can they look at a fight and see it where it's like totally two different things that everybody else sees? I mean, and the only ones that saw it that way were the three judges, the three blind mice,
Exactly.
This is a fight that obviously, Michael, should you have deservedly gotten your hand raised in this fight, you're in line. I mean, you're right there. You get that interim title. How disappointing is it that, you're thinking the 12th bell rings, you're in line for, I'm not gonna be stretching it if I say whether it's a Porter or a Pacquiao Spence winner or Ugas or one of those kind of guys, and now you kind of have to hopefully get a rematch with a kid who should be 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, I knew what that belt could do for my career. Even the fight, even with Jamal James or Porter, Ugas, any of those guys, man, it just would have changed. This was like one of those life changing joints right here, and for it to just kind of be snatched away from me. I mean, come on, man. I understand that Monstrey is 34 and he's on his way out probably, but don't take that out on me. You know what I mean? I worked hard. I worked hard to get here. It took a year to get me back in the ring, and even Joe Goosen and Lennox Lewis, they saw the change in 20 from 2020 to 2021. And that was with a fractured hand and everything. I still showed hellified improvement.
Marshall used the promoter trying to make moves for him. How does this? I mean, again, you saw that. You probably thought the same thing. Okay, it could be a Porter fight. Spence Pack, the names we don't have to mention. We know who they are. With that interim title, that gets you some status, and you as the promoter. Now, you're thinking that once that 12th bell rang.
Of course. I mean, it was, without a doubt, felt very confident that Mike won the fight. There was no doubt in my mind. And yet, knowing that he was, quote unquote, a WBA fighter coming from Venezuela and the whole nine, I still felt like we won the fight. I felt like the judges weren't going to give us the scores the way that the whole world seen it, but I still felt like we did enough that they couldn't rob us like that, because their faces are also on TV. So after that, I felt 100% confident that we won the fight, and then for that to happen, it hurts. It really does. It hurts. I told the supervisor from the WBA, boxing has a black eye as it is, and the WBA just made it worse, and they made themselves look bad. So I would hope that someone from the WBA sees this and they make a change and they do something.
As a promoter, Marshall, what's your first call on Monday or even tomorrow, or maybe you've made it already?
I already sent a message out to Gilberto Mendoza, and unfortunately, it's not a decision they can reverse unless you show that there's proof of some fault of some sort. Uh, but that's going to be very hard. But the one thing that we can push for is an immediate rematch and on neutral grounds and something that can make it happen. And of course, not with those three blind mice again. That's for sure.
So I get. I mean,
those three blind mice should never work again.
Yeah,
we're getting so many comments as you see them coming across the screen here. I mean, they're just coming fast and heavy. And here's a guy who said he bet on Maestri to win, but he says you definitely won. So this is a guy who had money the other way who knows that you won.
Right. I mean, I appreciate his honesty, man. Enjoy that money.
maybe you can send some of it. You know, here we go.
Send some our way. You know,
definitely.
But look, I mean, everybody knows Mike deserved to get the victory, and hopefully they bring him right back and for a rematch. Because look, I truly believe the next fight would have been Jamal James, which I think is a fight that we do well against as well.
Two tall welterweights. Take the decision aside, Michael. How I think everyone was impressed. You were about a 4-1 underdog. I don't know if you read that stuff or whatever, but how impressed were you with your performance? I thought you did a hell of a job using your length. The knockdown in round 2, a terrific punch, right on the jaw. I know it's tough to do that at this point, but take the judging aside. I thought your performance was terrific tonight.
Yeah, I thought there was at least an A- performance, maybe B+ A- performance. I mean, I'm getting comments and stuff. Everybody talking about, man, who was the Olympian, him or you? You know what I'm saying? So I know I put in work.
So this is a win, even though it doesn't say it in the record book. This is a win, and now you have win over 2 Olympians, and in the Olympic season, they should at least give you a gold medal because I guess they're handing those out in Tokyo. So I think Michael Fox at least deserves one tonight. That's the second Olympian that you have on your.
Let them know that's Mike Fox, the Olympian killer, man. Y'all keep sending these guys my way. If they ain't up to par, I will find out.
Marshall, let me ask you. I mean, you mentioned Jamal James. Obviously, you have a good working relationship with the PBC and whatnot. They have a ton of welterweights. Do you feel that that this decision they will see that what Mike really did in the ring and at least get you that bout that he deserves?
Oh, I truly believe that will happen. I really do. Whether it be Jamal James or a rematch with Maestri, or even one of the other top guys, but Mike definitely deserves to have that opportunity to fight again. And very fast within the next 3 months, in my opinion.
So no, I want to keep Mike up late tonight because I have a feeling we let him go to bed early. He may have trouble sleeping tonight. I may have trouble sleeping tonight after watching that fight.
Man, I got so much energy right now.
I believe there were some post-fight quotes, and Maestri said he would give you a rematch. I believe, and. How soon would you like to have that next? Would you want that next?
Yeah, I could definitely be next. But I mean, he talking that talk. But I mean, I think once he sits down with his team, they're gonna be like, look, man, you need to take this one and run. You need to go try. Like really, if I were him, I would try to get Jamal James or something like that. I wouldn't even look at me again. But if he's gonna give me a rematch, I think after the dust settles and some time goes by and he thinks and really thinks on his team, I'm like, look, nah, man, just go this other route. But I mean, if he's really that dumb, come on, man. I'm ready.
You've been fluctuating between 140, 147. Does this performance and how you fought tonight, does this firmly implant you at 147 pounds going forward?
Yeah, I think it definitely does. I mean, it was easier to make the weight. Getting that additional 7 pounds could really do some damage to my body. I have to accept that. I'm just getting bigger. I've gotten a little bigger, but making 147 is something I think I can do for the next couple of years.
And not just that, Mark. I think he now is finally settling in at 147.
Definitely.
Fighting 47 for the first time, I think was a little shock to him as well. But he's settling in at that. And I think once he really starts sitting down on his punches, which I was screaming for because I felt like Maestri was extremely tired. He was a sucker for the left hand. I wanted Mike to get to the point where he started walking him down. And I really, truly believed in my heart if Mike would have done that, he would have got him out of there, you know. And that's one of those things where, you know, it's sad to say, but you don't want to leave it in the judges' hands because how accurate are these judges? You know, these judges they're supposed to be trained to do their job professionally, and evidently none of them did it, you know.
Yeah, it's terrible. Well, at least for a night. I mean, and going forward, I know Michael just gave himself the nickname the Olympic Killer. But tonight, because it was a title fight, he is the people's champ, especially if you go on Twitter and social media. I mean, the outrage there was probably the same outrage, if not more, than it was in the Armory tonight in Minneapolis. So, you know, everyone out there saw the same. Everyone saw the same thing except three people. Is that unbelievable?
Yeah, that's really unbelievable. I mean, that's the one good thing about this is that it was on TV and everybody got to see how the business treats a young guy.
That's how you wonder about the fix. Was there really a fixing? You know, because everybody in the world saw and everybody agrees that Mike won, except for those three people. You know,
it's just unbelievable. So,
I hate to think, Mark, that the WBA is so corrupt. I really don't want to. I hate to even think about that. But when you look at this and you wonder, as Joe Goosen said, he's a Venezuelan fighter. The WBA is from Venezuela, and I mean, what's going on here? You know.
Well, I'll let you guys go. I know it's late. Mike, performed for 36 hard minutes tonight and deserved better. What do you want to just give me a final thought? What do you want to leave the fans with a final thought?
Man, I just want to say thanks to everybody that watched. You know, y'all are all witnesses to a crime right now. So, man, I'm very grateful to everybody who tuned in, everybody who was at the venue. And I'm grateful to you, Mark Abrams, to Marshall Carpenter for giving me the opportunity. Man, we're gonna be back.
Well, hopefully, whether it's against Mastery or as one of the other top welterweights in the world, you definitely deserve that. You belong. I mean, that's I guess maybe we could take out this tonight that the stuff that we knew, seeing you fight coming up, whether it's a 2300 arena or down in Maryland or some of your other fights have been on TV. We knew, we knew that tonight the world saw that you definitely belong, and that's all I could say about that. And you should have that interim belt wrapped around your waist going back to your room right now.
Most definitely, man. I appreciate you. Y'all both have been there from the start. So, I mean, y'all seen the progress. Y'all seen where it started. I thought tonight was gonna be the big finish.
Marshall, do you want to tie this one up with the final statement?
Look, you will see Mike back in the ring again very soon, and he will get that belt around his waist. Plain and simple. I thought he deserved it tonight. Unfortunately, they didn't give it to him, but he will get it back.
Well, there you have it. I mean, people. This video is going to be up on all the platforms, whether it's a couple YouTube channels, 4 or 5 Facebook channels, a couple Twitter channels. So it's going to be up for everyone to see. The comments are still flying in. I mean, I do these interviews 3, 4 a day, and the interviews are absolutely just. I mean, the comments are just flashing all over the screen. Whether it's from Twitter, whether it's from Facebook, I'm getting them from YouTube. They're everyone. Tonight, Michael Fox, you're a lightning rod. You. This fight is a lightning rod tonight.
Yeah, thanks to everybody seeing.
Well, for the wrong reasons, but it's a lightning rod. Yeah. Michael, you've handled this with such dignity and class, and that's the type of people your father, your brother are. So this isn't a surprise the way you're handling this. I know Marshall probably dropped a couple F-bombs here or there, but
Come on, Mark.
What's that?
Never, not me.
No, never, not you. But I'm just saying, but you got your handle this with class, and we've seen so many fighters in this situation going nuts. You look as composed as you were in round 4 when you were slapping them with jabs all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing, I ain't calm right now. I'm just dumbfounded. I'm at a loss for words. I think that's the difference, really. You know, just to see, like, good God, man, just watching that belt go around him, I was stuck. It was harder than any punch I've taken from anybody, from him, from Ergashev, from anybody. Just really took me for a loop. But you know, man, we just gotta work hard. We just gotta work hard, I guess.
Well, guys, you guys get some rest. Promoter Marshall Kaufman, Kings Promotions, and the uncrowned WBA interim welterweight champion of the world, Michael Fox. Have a good night. Travel home safely, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.